Okay, Joe here. There it is. Give you an idea of the size of the work. It's pretty small. This would have been a great piece for the for that paint palace thing they had on the forum. Alright, so I covered up my retina, and just before I started, I covered up the overspray that I got underneath the eye because that's where the eyelid is. This overspray, where it freehanded the eye, you know, if you really look at these photographs of eyes, a lot of pictures are photoshopped. I try not to get the photoshopped looking pictures. That's what my big deal was with the Kristen Kriuk. It didn't look photoshopped too much. What I'm basically going to do right now is I'm just going to give this a quick shot of some flesh tone. I'm going to build up to the shadow necessary for the inside of the eye. Hold on, I'm jumping the gun here. I keep thinking this might be cheating, but you know what? I'm thinking to myself too. I got this freehand stencil, and I don't really use that because this is doing the same thing, really. So I'm looking at the reference photograph, which is just directly underneath this. Let me up my air pressure a little bit. That's not good. This thing keeps blowing off of here. You always want to remember when you're building up your flesh tones, work in layers. So now here's where the micron fun begins. The freehand work. I have this webcam is right in front of me. I know I'm going to smack into it. I'm thinking I want my eraser. I wanted to erase this line a little bit. It's a little bit on the dark side. But that's where all my shadows are going to go. That's where the crease of the eye is. So hopefully I'll just darken that in as I go. Oh shit, I just threw away my reference photo. What the hell did I do with it? on the floor under the chair. That's a good spot for it. I'm going to try to back this camera off a little bit. I know I'm going to be screaming about this dark pencil line. It's only a matter of time tonight. I do have an eraser. I don't know how well this poster board is going to erase. The ideal thing would have been to give it several coats of transparent base. I have a whole bottle of Createx transparent base. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. There's also a lot of lighter highlights over here in the corner of the eye. This whole area is just dark shadow. I can't go on and on and on about enough about this E-Tac paint. This stuff is awesome. One of the best things about it is that it's watery wettable, so you really can't get a clog, even if you have a. It doesn't exist as a dried up paint. Because the moment it gets wet again, it's back to being a liquid. If you follow what I'm saying. It's not like Wicked. Wicked, that stuff is wicked. I don't like using that paint at all. I don't ever think I'm gonna. I have some left over. I still have some. I'll try it out with the Micron. Maybe it works good with the Micron, but I had nothing but nightmares with that stuff. Clogs like crazy. Maybe I just got a whole bunch of bad batches. Could that be possible? I don't know. Really nasty stuff. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I guess maybe if you have the Micron with the 0.18 millimeter setup, that this stuff works great. I should be reducing this. Right now I'm spraying all this paint is being sprayed straight. Turn up my air pressure a little bit. You know what? I gotta find this bottle of water. I'm having one of those bizarre nights. I'm literally working. I've not even left this room. I don't even think I've gotten out of this chair. And still, like, every 2 minutes I have to look for something. I don't know if I'm just being in a rush or I have a little ghost taking my stuff and hiding it. Another thing why I have a captive audience, not a captive audience, but an audience, when there's lots of areas of flesh tones, highlights in the flesh tone, like in here, and the cheek, and up around the eyebrow, starting with the first base coat, I like to just do a very, like a figure eight texture. Just that bumpy skin look. Alright, again, in this corner on my reference is on the wrong side, I should put it on the left side. I have 11 and a half minutes left on this video. So what I'll do is the next video, I'll put the reference on the left side. Go nuts with the figure eight texture. Don't go too nuts. The bigger the figure eight, the bumpier the skin is going to look. Now, I don't know exactly where this line is. I usually actually use the picture. I mean, you have the picture one up, but I'm going to just eyeball where this shadow line goes underneath her eye. And I have a time 12 minutes. Alright, I need my both hands. Oh my god, the camera's not even on the work. I'm like airbrushing and the camera's not even on the work. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just airbrushing and all the darker shadowing underneath the eye. And I want to just darken this out a little bit. Alright, 14 minutes. I gotta stop this video. I'll continue on with this shade, and then the next video I'll start with the next shade.